Hi everybody. I am we're going to do the continue on with the second third of Bobby's interview with JLR that was back like, 6 or 8 months ago. Um but as I was preparing for that uh video tonight, that commentary, I ran across something that's just absolutely horrifying, and I'm not a hypocrite, and I'm completely horrified and disgusted. And again, I did a couple of videos last week, the state of affairs in the true crime community, right? I got to say, Smiley's World, are, you owe not apologies, you owe restitution. Frankly, I'm surprised that somebody hasn't sued you in civil court for what you did. And what I'm referring to was a video that you put out about 5 months ago, and you look like you're furious in the video, and you literally put on blast a P file. You didn't do it for the good. You did it to go after a true crime creator. This is exactly the thing that I have been so categorically disgusted by. What is wrong with you crazy people that are going out and going real life on people? What's happening within you that you feel like that is even a remotely appropriate thing to do? And in this particular case, it's not just, oh, I'm going to get back at you, I'm going to clap back because you made fun of me, you didn't like. That's not what you did. You took a kid who was violated and you rejuvenated the story after years and years. What gives you the right to do that, Smiley's World? Why? Because a true crime creator that you decide you don't like said something that got underneath your feelings? We can I'm so close to ending this whole thing. To do these conversations are not even worthwhile. You hear this and it's embarrassing. That's right. I'm going to say it. Smiley's World, I don't put people on blast. I don't do that. In this situation, the choice you made to use something so categorically evil. That guy that you had on your channel, that was a monster. A real life monster. And you basically showcased the nightmare of a child for one purpose only, Smiley. You did it to try to hurt another true crime creator. What is wrong with you? I had a creator one time go after me. I was followed to my work. And then, of course, where I worked and all that got blasted, right? It's so ridiculous. It's so silly. Like I'm not already all over the internet. So what was the point of wasting your time because you got some kind of like cheap thrill out of being able to follow someone that doesn't know they're being followed? That kind of makes you sound like a psychopath. But Smiley, what you did was 100 times worse than a bunch of bored housewives following me around to see where I work. It is. I am blown away that you did that. Look, someone's got to stand up and say the real life stuff. Why doesn't Smiley have a lawsuit against her because of this? Wow. Oh my. Stop. Everybody's got to stop being nuts. We have to stop being crazy. Why is this turning into these huge personal vendettas where, Smiley, you were willing to devastate a child and her mother who have already been through hell and back? They've already been through hell and back without your help. You were willing to do that. You sit up on your panel and you act like you're so sweet and you're so caring of other people. Why would you do such a thing? Why are anybody that's going real life, what's happening that you feel so frustrated that you're willing to even just violate your own sense of morality, your own personal ethics? What's happening? This wow, okay. So I don't want this, my opinion on what Smiley did. I'm still horrified by it. I don't want my opinions of what she did, and I'm speechless. I'm just horrified by this, truly. And if nobody else, if nobody else did this, then let me do this. Cluminati, man, your family in no way should have ever experienced what this is. Nothing, not even close. I am so sorry. Wow, people are so off the rail. Ugh. So I don't want this to be on like my regular video, and a lot of people were coming in and asking me today about this and my opinion, and I didn't know what you guys were talking about, and so I went to look and see what this was about, and I'm really so troubled. I mean, really, Smiley's World, this makes it embarrassing. This makes it embarrassing to be a part of this community, that you would do this to somebody. This embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. And if somebody supports it, if somebody feels like it was okay to do this, then I'm embarrassed for you too, because this crazy. This nuts, people. This is crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah, I don't think anybody should no one should entertain this type of, I'm not going to call it content. I'm going to call it violence. I'm going to call it aggression. No one should support this level of aggression. That this woman gets upset with another true crime creator and then goes back into history. I'm talking about years ago, almost a decade, or a little bit more than a decade. Goes back a decade to find what would be a parent's absolute worst nightmare that could ever happen to them, ever, and then uses it as YouTube content because she got her feelings hurt. Like, has everybody just lost the narrative? Like, does anybody have a reasonable trajectory on any of this? So please, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna do my regular content that I had created. I have stated my position. It's a nightmare. I'm embarrassed to be a YouTube creator in the true crime community because of what I just watched. I'm embarrassed. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Really, really bad. Ugh. It's just, I'm nauseated by it. I'm nauseated at the problem solving that would lead someone to believe it was even remotely appropriate. It's just crazy. It was done. I think 5 months ago, Rose. Oh my God. Okay, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm not going to talk about it. I just want to go on with my normal content. So I'm going to end this. My statement is out there. I categorically 100% this is wrong. It doesn't have anything to do with the Sebastian Rogers case. It doesn't have anything to do with anything except that someone made a disgusting and gross decision that potentially created an unbelievable amount of trauma and pain. And it's mind-boggling. I think we've got to do better than this. It's got nuts. It's crazy. There's plenty of things to discuss related to multiple cases that are ongoing, right? And I hate that I sound like I'm lecturing. I'm not lecturing anybody. Everybody's the ship of, captain of their own ship. But damn, what are we trying to do? We're trying to outdo one another on how gross and disgusting we can be? Because right now, I think Smiley wins that hands down. I can't even hit, feel outraged at the latest from SF Investigates because I'm so horrified by what Smiley's World did. Well, that doesn't matter, Marina girl. Well, okay, so to be fair, okay, I want to be fair. In my opinion, it makes no difference whether Smiley said the name or not, because the victim in this case is the one who brought it forward, and now everybody knows, right? And my truly, my heart breaks for the person that had to make that decision 5 months ago to see this content that Smiley knew damn well what she was doing. People, not for a minute am I going to believe that it was just so coincidental. No, 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 no. She did this in the most disgusting exhibition of, I mean, it's like borderline mercenary crap, right? It's like, you hurt my feelings and you said something I don't like, and therefore I'm entitled to be the most disgusting human being on the planet. Stop. We're adults. You know that, Smiley? You're an adult. You're an adult. What in the world? So, yes, Marina girl, no one, the Smiley did not, as far as I know, Smiley did not say the name, but it was intimidation. It was abusive. It was abusive. It was coercive. That's the word I need to use. It was coercive. What Smiley's World did was coercive abuse, that she believed that she had the upper hand because she had this she had documentation of the most devastating thing that any of us can go through. Any of us. She had documentation of that, along with photographs, names, the whole 9 yards. And she reported on it in her channel. Ball face lied. It was a lie. She said, "Oh, look, I just happened to run across this story, and it's just so disgusting that I felt like I should cover it on my channel." But to the people that lived the nightmare, the creator, that this included this horrible monster, that wasn't a story. Okay, she's probably not going to admit that she was horrified. Okay, she's probably not going to admit. If it had happened to me, I would have been horrified. I would have seen that, and then I would have said to myself, holy, you know what? They're going to report this story on me. Right now, it's just this rando story and nobody knows who it's about, but this is being done as intimidation to me, for me to control my mouth. They're blackmailing me. That's what you were doing, Smiley. You were blackmailing a YouTube creator. For what? Man, it's so. So I have made my position, and I really don't know that I have ever been more angry about something that I've seen on the internet. Absolutely truth. I'm horrified by this. And anybody that is not horrified, you're not thinking your way through this. You don't get to decide what is moral behavior or ethical behavior based on whether it was your friend who did it or not. Oh, well, it's my friend, so it wasn't really bad. No, it doesn't matter if it was your friend or not. Your friend made the decision to do a monstrous thing all because she didn't like something that was said on YouTube. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Oh, okay. So I've said what I'm going to say. I'm not going to. I've made it very clear that I am absolutely disgusted by the decision that Smiley's World made. I, we've got to stop the insanity of going real life. People, it is not normal that you get on here and you get so upset that you feel justified swatting someone or following them around town to see where all they go and what they do, or to go dig up people's history of court cases. It's not okay. YouTube was created by the Alphabet company. Google set up a platform for non-professionals to have a platform to get up and showcase their artwork, or to discuss, to put out stories they made. Or if you wanted to do LARPing and be a talking head on TV, talking about politics or true crime or whatever your interests happen to be, Google wants us here. They literally gave us a platform with which to do this. Have you ever stopped to think about that? And then to entice people to use YouTube as creators, Alphabet Company decided to pay us. They want us making this content and having these discussions. You don't have the right, just because there's a creator that says something you disagree with, has an opinion you don't like, you do not have the right to cause real life harm. You can't do that. This has gotten crazy. There are so many different court cases now, people suing one another. And of all of those where people are suing whatnot, this is one. If I were that creator, I would be suing the pants off Smiley's World. I am not kidding. I am outraged. It's unbelievable that she thought this was appropriate in any way. It is so much, Robin, so much BS. It's just incredible, truly incredible. Wrong is wrong, and this is egregiously wrong. This isn't like, oh yeah, they're yelling at each other again. They're name calling. No, 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 no. This is life altering, disgusting monster came after my kid. Wrong. Ugh. So it's so horrible. So horrible. So horrible. So I've given my opinion. Yes? And again, Marina Girl said, well, Smiley never said the name of the creator. True. However, what makes it so disgustingly bad is that Smiley's World did this as coercive control. This was abusive in every definition of the term. The YouTube creators, we cannot do this to each other. You don't have the right to go and run background checks and find criminal information or previous trials or debts or foreclosures and then put people on blast because you don't like their opinion. We're adults. People are going to have different opinions. People have different opinions in you. People have different opinions in me. And you know what adults do? They take a breath and go, oh, well, that's weird. We don't agree. We see it differently. Oh, well. But you don't try to destroy another person. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I am really, truly disgusted. It's terrible. It's truly terrible. No, that's not true. Not this go around, Oakley. Nope. You know what I said, Chrissy? She doesn't just owe Clue an apology. She owes her restitution. She owes her damages. That's how egregious this was. So I'm blown away. I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know why people are making these decisions. I can't even get into that mindset. It's just wrong, wrong, wrong. And Clue, sincerely, horrible. So sorry this happened. So, and I cannot imagine. Try to imagine that you're the one, your ex-husband's face is on blast. The whole freakish nightmare is being discussed on this channel, and your choice is keep your mouth shut so no one knows that it's about the nightmare you lived through, or to call her out and go after her. I can't imagine that. And I'm serious, if you think that was appropriate for Smiley to do, I can't. I can't. This idea that a creator would intentionally blackmail another creator using their child, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of. Really, there's been a lot of bad things on YouTube. There's been a lot of very, very, very bad behavior on YouTube. This one, I think, in my opinion, Smiley broke the internet on this one. This is there's no, I can't make this right in my head, not any. And if you're being honest, it's not about who your friend is, whether you're going to be upset by it. It doesn't matter whether you like the person who was victimized, or they were your friend, or you hated them, or they're your arch enemy. None of that matters. What matters is that Smiley did this to another human being. Stop. You know what's happening here? This whole Sebastian Rogers case, people have gotten so deeply invested in it, and now they're just on this really sick you know, one upping each side. One side lashes out and there's a blow. The next side says, well, I here, hold my beer. I gotta make it worse. And so then they lash out, and then it goes back to the original, and then they have to make it worse and lash out. And now we're at the level that we're literally blackmailing someone using someone's absolute worst nightmare of their life. And there were people that just said, oh, it's okay. We don't like clues, so it's okay if that happened. Who's going to stop? Who's going to quit? Who is going to stop one-upping the other, making it more painful, more embarrassing, more disgusting, another blow, worse? Who's going to stop? Are there any adults left? It is horrific, Radmila. Thank you. It is unforgivable, in my opinion. I get it. People get embarrassed. People get hurt. They want to lash out, clap back. I get it. I get that. But not like this. Not like this is. All right. So, I've got a couple of videos that I want to do. Got a couple of videos I want to do. We are still trying to get through the Bobby interview with JLR. I want to comment on SF Investigates, a new live that he did. And I don't want to talk about this anymore because I've said it. I've very clearly put out my opinion, let the chips fall where they may, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So, I know that, Astro Train. I mean, I know people say that, but I don't think about it that way because and I can't even comment on why I don't think about it that way because I don't want to be a part of the exploitation. But this thing that Smiley did, it actually did not harm Clue. She was not the victim. She was the intended victim. That's who Smiley wanted to hurt. That's who Smiley was trying to harm. But that's not who she harmed. Do you know what I mean? That's not who she harmed. She harmed an innocent that doesn't know anything about the YouTube true crime community. That's the truth. And if you can kind of take your personal feelings out of this a minute and really stop to think about who is actually damaged by this video that Smiley's World made, then you'll see my point where my frustration and real anger is at. Man, it's just terrible. It's really terrible. All right. I'm not detracting your feelings, but I think the situation has passed. It's okay to seek fairness and understanding, though. All good, just not my care. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I didn't know about this when it came out 5 months ago, or I would have had an unchecked explosion at that time. But I just learned about it because a creator chose to speak on it. And I'm mystified, absolutely blown away. It's just, today. It just came out today. So, all right. So I am going to, I'm going to talk about, the new SF Investigates interview and a couple of things that were said. And then I want to get into the Bobby interview. We're going to do the second third of the Bobby interview with JLR from 8 months ago, or maybe it was 6 months ago. And but I'll be back a little bit later on because I'm pretty incensed. I just finished watching it and I can't wrap my brain around it. And I'm embarrassed being a part of YouTube true crime right now. And we have to stop, and everybody's got to stop suing each other, and everybody's got to stop hating creators and just focus on whatever they're trying to teach or learn about in their channels, because it's bad. It's getting dangerous. It is really getting dangerous. Truly, it is getting dangerous. All right. All right. Yeah, it's weird, Trishy. The whole thing with Bobby and what SF Investigates is saying, it's so weird. One of the things that he says that that Bobby lied in this interview that we did the first third, and now we're going to do the second third tonight. He's saying that Bobby lied in the interview with JLR. Okay, but wait a minute, Steven or Steve, I'm not sure what people call you. You have lied, SF Investigates. You have absolutely lied. You said, by your own words, that Katie told you that the green hoodie person was an old man. You said that, SF Investigates. You said it. And then we got the photographs that show it is categorically a woman. So you're the one that has lied. Why are you putting Bobby on blast? She's just a little housewife in the local neighborhood. So there's some very odd and strange things that are being said. And I don't understand it. I don't know why it's being said, but I got a suspicion, right? So I'm going to end this. I'll be back in a couple hours. I need to chill and calm down. And then when I come back, mods, if anybody brings up this thing with Smiley and Clue, just put them on timeout. I don't even want to see it in the chat. I'm just so sad that things have come to this. It is just sad. It's really, really sad. Literally, you tried to blackmail someone. Literally, you tried to blackmail someone. Okay, I got to go. All right, I'll be back in a few hours, guys. And I will be in a much better mood, okay? I promise. See you guys later. Bye.